Hiya folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans. And if you like more cartoon news and shenanigans, I'd ask you to please subscribe to my channel. In fact, do it right now so you don't forget about it later. And I thank you very much for that, guys. Today, we're here to talk about how they did our boy Eric Cartman dirty in the latest movie. So, if you guys have been following along with South Park, spoilers ahead, by the way, spoilers ahead. The recent movie South Park post-COVID, the return of COVID, just came out right around Christmas, just a couple weeks before Christmas there. I never did a review of it. I did do a review for the other movie, the other post-COVID movie there. But this one, I never got around to doing it. It was the Christmas holidays and whatever. But I wanted to talk about Eric, the poor guy. So in the other movie, the previous movie, basically what happened was there was a lot of theories, right? People thought that Token was sleeping with Cartman's wife. People thought that were theorizing that Cartman's wife and children were actually just Alexas. That was a thought process, that they were just Alexas, kind of like how Stan's kind of girlfriend or whatever you would even call her was an Alexa, right? That's what it seemed to be there. But it didn't turn out to be the case. It turns out Cartman actually was a Jewish rabbi who actually had kids. He was pretty successful too, I would even say. And he even had a wife, while all of his friends, except for Kenny ended up being... Kenny is like one of the best South Park characters. Kenny ended up having like the best life. Actually, he kind of died, so did he really? This is before they altered the timeline. But yeah, Kenny kind of... Kenny technically had the best life out of all of them. Especially when compared to the main other four. Well, I guess if you include Butters, I suppose. Butters was just a crazy NFT salesman. Stan was kind of like a drunk all alone that killed his family and set fire to the house. Then you had Kyle. Kyle was just mostly by himself. He wasn't doing much. And that was the main four there. And then Kenny was just really successful. So yeah. And then you had Eric, who was a rabbi, but I just didn't like the path. I didn't like how they made him end up here, even though Eric is a bit of an asshole, even though, all the crazy and wacky and evil shit Eric's done over the years. It didn't feel like he deserved to end up as a homeless guy. You know what I mean? It just, something about this felt wrong. And here, towards the end, Stan even says, Shelly and his mom come back to life because the timeline was altered. And he says, Shelly, Sharon, Shelly, mom, I don't know why, but I'm really happy that you're here. You know what I mean? So he says that it's kind of like a nod to the audience that they were previously dead. I think it would have been cool if the boys looked at Eric and they said, I don't know why, but maybe we should help Eric out, because he was the hero of the story. He sacrificed his wife and kids to basically give everybody else a better life except for him. It just kind of sucks. I guess it is kind of funny that he ended up being like a real piece of shit the entire time he was a kid. He was basically a piece of shit to everyone else. But I don't know, guys. There's just something about this that didn't feel right. I think it would have been cool, like I said, much like how Stan, he saw Shelly and his mom and was like, yeah, I don't know why, but I'm happy you're here. It would have been cool if, as the boys were looking out the window, they just said, I don't know why, but I want to help out Eric. I want to get him off the streets. I want to get him, out of poverty and get him back on track. It's just a shame. I did, however, really enjoy the entire episode. I give this like a 9 out of 10. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed myself here, and I'm really excited because the future of South Park looks bright. As you guys know, they signed a deal for 14 movies, and these were the first 2. That means there's 12 more South Park movies that have to come out, and I couldn't be happier. especially considering that these movies were canon. You know what I mean? Like, they took place in the South Park universe. You had to watch the seasons to understand who these characters were, right? The first South Park movie, it didn't really feel all that canon-ish. It kind of felt like anybody who didn't even know what South Park was could just jump in and watch it. This movie was for hardcore South Park fans. You had to know, like, everything. You know what I mean? You had to be following along with all of the specials and everything. So this was really good. I'm very excited for the future of South Park and what's coming next. But I'm still really disappointed at what they did at Cartman here. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a new... I think that the COVID storyline is wrapped up. There's no way that they have more of this COVID storyline. I feel like they're just going to go give us a fresh start with the next movie. I heard a lot of people joking around saying that, like, for the next movie, maybe they'll do a Terrence and Phillip movie that doesn't even have any of the other South Park characters. They have the opportunity to make a movie about any South Park character. They could do it. They can make 12 movies about anything else other than the boys, right? They can make a movie all about Randy on Tegrity Farms. Maybe he moves out. Maybe Randy goes out to Hawaii and buys an island and, like, calls it Tegrity Island, you know? I'm just spitballing here. I have no idea what they're planning, but I also would love to see a follow-up to Mr. Hankey. Mr. Hankey got canceled off the show, and was it Rosie O'Donnell? Who was it who was doing Ambien? Whoever was, somebody in real life said that an actor looked like they came from Planet of the Apes, and then they got, like, ratioed on Twitter, and then they claimed that it was because they took some Ambien. And so they made a joke on South Park that Mr. Hankey was being a real piece of shit. And he was blaming all of his troubles on Ambien. So then the town just, like, banished him, So whatever happened to Mr. Hankey? I'd love a follow-up for Mr. Hankey. That'd be really exciting. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts. Really sad what they did at Eric Cartman. I want to hear your thoughts. Are you guys sad what they did at Cartman? Would you have ended things a different way? By the way, I also love that they made Timmy walk at the end here. Where is it, Timmy? Timmy was literally like, God bless everyone, Timmy just came out of nowhere, and he's no longer a cripple. I don't want to play it, but yeah, there's Timmy. You can see Timmy. He has a wine glass, and he no longer has a wheelchair. He actually has a cane now, and he can just walk around like everybody else. That's really cool. I did like that. It was just cool seeing the characters grown up. We never really seen anything quite like this. Even though, some other episodes might have touched upon the future a little bit here and there. This was really the first big future episode. But yeah, that's basically it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on Cartman. Were you happy to see Timmy get a happy ending at least? Let me know. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Oh, you know what? Give me your thoughts. What movies? So we have 12 upcoming movies. What else are you guys expect? What do you want to see a movie on, right? Like, what else do you want to see a movie on? Where could South Park go next? Maybe they do another Nintendo Wii trilogy where they go into the future and they get, like, the Nintendo Super Switch or something. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I can't really think of any cool ideas off the top of my head other than Tegrity Island, but I want to hear your guys' movie pitches. If you were the owners, if you were the creators of South Park, what would you make a movie about other than COVID? That's what you got to let me know in the comment section down below. That's it. Bye-bye. Have a great night, everyone. See you later.